July, is just to us one more month to go bow hunting. So take advantage of it. So let's go, Tom. Show me my stand.
All right.
Here's my Florida boar. He's just a perfect eating size boar. He's not a big fella. And as wild feral hogs go, he's got some color to him. He's not completely black. I'd call him like a brownish color. So he's a beautiful, beautiful boar, a young boar. I'm extremely pleased. We've hunted really hard down here, and we've passed up some pigs. And it was our second to last afternoon hunt. We still have tomorrow left. And I thought, I'm definitely going to bring back some meat. And so I said, okay, we'd passed up some sows and some sows with piglets tonight and a couple younger sows. And I thought, I'm gonna take a male if I'm gonna take anything, And this guy presented himself about a half hour before shooting light ended and drew back that destroyer, which has, it's aptly named when it's called a destroyer. The thing has been an incredible bow, that Bowtech destroyer. And hammered him with a Rage 2-blade, complete pass through, and the blood trail was phenomenal. And people ask me why I use Rage broadheads. All you had to do is follow me on this blood trail tonight. It's just unbelievable, and that's why I use them. I mean, in tough tracking conditions like this, where it is tough, super thick, nasty, you want a broadhead that puts game down in quick order. You want your adversary taking a dirt nap in seconds. That's why I use Rage broadheads right there in this, cut and dry. One reason: short, sweet, successful blood trails. Hi, and welcome back to Dead Downwind's American Archer. I'm just kind of going over everything here. I always have a routine in almost everything, whether it's hunting or even packing. So I'm double checking, making sure everything's in here before I seal it up. And it looks like I'm good to go. I actually have a little list that I've compiled where I write down everything to take for different trips depending on the time of the year. And speaking of time of the year, in hunts like this, when you're hunting pigs, they like a lot of animals, they're nocturnal. They like to move that last half hour. And that's the beauty of, having Luminox on my arrows to see that hit. And it also helps you oftentimes find them because they like to move that last half hour. If you're going to have any action when you're pig hunting in the evening or even in the morning, it's usually the first half hour, first hour, or the last half hour, an hour. And we found that to be true over and over again on this Florida pig hunt. And speaking of pigs, you just saw my first pig that I took while I was down there with Tom Walker. But the next day, the following day, as we were walking out, heading to our stand, we talked about doing a little stalking. So we kind of made a roundabout trip, and we could hear some pigs in the distance. Yes, you can hear them. They actually make more noise than you would believe when they're feeding. They're pretty good pig imitation, huh? And they're feeding around and they're rooting and things and moving the palmettos and things are rustling, and you can hear them from a pretty doggone good distance. So we heard these pigs, made a stalk, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm starting to tell you before you get to see it. But we got up close and personal with a few pigs, as you're about to see. You can hear them a little bit ahead of us. They're moving, so we're going to try to sneak in, which is going to be really tough to do in these thick palmettos, but maybe we can get in close enough, at least take a look at them. Maybe get a shot. I can see several hogs up ahead of us. They're about 25 yards out in front. What a great stalk. That was fun as heck. Got right up. There was one inside the palmettos towards the end. It was about a yard from me. I could see it was black inside there, but snuck right in. There was a couple of sows and a bunch of half-grown pigs. And right, I don't know, it's probably 5 o'clock in the afternoon, out feeding a little open area here, and probably 100 yards, not even that, 80 yards inside here, but that was way cool. As you've often heard me say, last day Tom as a term I use for myself. Once again, we're down to the last day in Florida. Albeit we'd seen a lot of pigs, had some close encounters, I hadn't seen that trophy boar that I want to bring back home. I'm looking for a big black pig, something I can put on my wall. So, down to the wire, it was a perfect night. We walked out, it cooled down a bit because of some of the showers, clear skies, a little cooler temperature like I said, no wind. If we're gonna see any pigs, I told my cameraman, tonight's the night. Tonight's the night we're going to see that pig we're looking for, that big black boar. Here comes a nice boar. This is the real deal down here in Florida hunting. This is the real deal, as they say. Very tough conditions, super spooky wild hogs, and these big boars, they don't come out till dark. And when I say dark, I should say the last half hour. This is when they show up, and we put our time in. We hunted hard. We sat 4 to 5 hours every night, most mornings, when the weather cooperated in this unbelievable heat, and it paid off. My shot tonight was, I would say, a flat 20 yards, and just lightly quartering away, and I hit him. What I'm going to tell you is perfect with that big Rage 2, and again 60 pounds. Blood trail was easy to follow, and I don't think he made it 40 yards, which if you've done much pig hunting, feral hogs can take an arrow and go a long ways. But I'm gonna bet he went 40 yards through this jungle and is down for the count. But he is a gorgeous black feral pig, and I've shot a bunch of them. This one, you know, oftentimes I put the value on a trophy by the hardships endured in acquiring said trophy. And this week we fought mosquitoes, in extreme heat, long hours in the stand, and it's been an arduous hunt. A lot of fun, don't get me wrong, but I paid my dues to take this big fella, and he's gonna go on the wall. I'm gonna mount this pig because I won't forget this week. What a great trip, great trip. And I wanna throw out right now a special thanks to my new good friend, Tom Walker, and his lovely wife, Ashley, who's assisted us immensely this week on the hunt. But if you're looking for, again, a super hunt, especially an off-season hunt in Florida, come down here and give Tom Walker a call here, because this is a great hunt, and I can't say enough about it.